Hey, today we're going to cover one of the most important practice to progress in your inversions or your handstands or your float to handstands is learning how to fall, because falling is what limits a lot of people from progressing because of fear of falling. Now remember, falling is about really keeping the balance when you're trying to prevent to fall. So we have to find that tipping point where we feel the fear and trusting your body, trusting your hands, gripping the mat and pushing through, and trusting the rest of the body to hold the balance. And if you don't hold it, you allow yourself to fall. But the key is to really resist that falling, but getting to that fear of falling, if that makes sense. Now, cartwheeling can be a very fun and playful way to improve your awareness and teach yourself how to fall properly. It also strengthens our obliques muscles, strengthens the shoulder, strengthens the rest of the body. So first, we're gonna do that against the wall. We're gonna teach yourself how to fall correctly away from the wall. So let's meet on the wall. Perhaps maybe before you do this, do your own warm-ups, warming up the shoulders, warming up the arms. But when you're ready, we'll meet against the wall. So you're gonna walk your feet up towards the wall. And the closer you are to the wall, the body towards the wall, the scarier it is. But if you're so further back that your shoulders are not aligning towards your wrist, then you're not going to feel that fear. You're just pushing away. We need to be able to stack the shoulders towards our wrist. Now for me, I'm still too far, so I'm going to walk my hands closer towards the wall. Now notice if you're sinking on your shoulders, make sure you're pushing away and you're leaning towards your hands. Now there's that fear. Make sure you're looking between your thumbs, pull the ribs in, so keeping the legs engaged. And don't collapse. Even if you're leaning, so right now I'm collapsing as I lean, so make sure you're pushing tall. You look between the thumbs, pull the ribs in. You can even lift one leg up. You lean onto the hands and become light on the other foot. Don't release it and don't freak out. Just control. Keep the hips square and you lean onto the hands so they feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall. If you fall, cartwheel your leg to the side. Don't cartwheel your leg to the side until you start to feel that shift onto your hands and your fingers, until your hips stacks over your shoulders. Because that's when that tipping point happens, is when we're already stacked. And what stops us from falling as well is our fingers. As you notice, I dropped my leg to the side. So just simply open the hip to the side, like cartwheeling. Let's do that one more time, using my left leg. Again, hands onto the floor, push the floor, look between the thumbs, walk your feet up towards the wall. Again, walk your hands back and then lean onto your hands. Lean onto the hands and then push tall. Look between the thumbs. Get your hips to stack. Lean a little bit more forward. Pull the ribs in. Extend one leg. Engage your hip. Notice if it's relaxed, you start to lose that balance. So make sure, keep it engaged. Tuck your pelvis. Look between the hands. Push tall. Lean, lean, lean. Become light with that right foot. Gaze at one point. Look at your left, look between your thumbs. Lean, 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 and you start to fall. Drop to the side. Cartwheel to the side. And remember to work on controlling your way down. Don't just collapse your body. Keep that leg engaged as you cartwheel to the side, and your body will start to follow. We have this reflexive response. The brain will naturally support you and catch your fall, and it happens very quickly. So Just thinking one thing, open your legs and keep the leg engaged, open the leg to the side, and you'll notice you'll be able to cartwheel. Now, we can do that on top of our mats. So bring the hands down towards the floor, lifting one leg up, look between your thumbs. If you're struggling to stack over the shoulders, if you're struggling to get the hips as high up as you can, lift your heels. You can also step on a block to give yourself a little bit of leverage, like so. So planting the hands down, lifting one leg up, look between the thumbs, and engage that leg, push tall, pull the ribs and lean onto the hands, and drop to the side. Do the same thing to the opposite side. Switching. Feet onto the block, foot onto the block, hands onto the floor, look between the thumbs, lift one leg up, engage, engage, lean onto your hands, lean, 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 and cartwheel to the side. Do that a few rounds. Now that also requires coordination, bodily coordination. Do it a few rounds so the brain will feel safe. Another option after you do that a few rounds, let's add some drills. Vestibular drills can be very helpful to allow the brain to feel safe being upside down, and maybe you might even find a control in your landing. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come into Warrior 2. Good, just sink a little bit deeper into your Warrior 2. Good, arms into a T, then turn your head to the right thumb. Good, left foot forward. Then circle. Make sure your eyes are focused onto the thumb as you circle. Then bring it down and up over the head, down towards the ground, and up over the head, down, up, down, up. Awesome. Make sure you're not getting dizzy. If you're getting dizzy, then you need to slow down. Now, turn your other toes back, your right foot back. Now look at your left thumb again. Look at your back thumb, left thumb, then circle the arm. Down and back. Let the head follow. Make sure you're breathing. Now look at your right thumb, circle the arm, keep your gaze on the thumb, circle the arm opposite direction, keep that external rotation on the hip. Good, bring your thumb to center, look at the thumb, turn your head side to side. Keep your gaze, nod the head up and down. Turn the other foot. Look at your left thumb. Turn your head side to side. Nod the head up and down. Good. Now, from this position, your Warrior 2, plant the hands down, lift the right foot up, plant the right hand down. Make sure they're parallel towards one another. You can even bend the right knee. Shift your weight onto your hand. If you need to adjust, you can shimmy your left foot slightly to adjust your body. Lean onto the hands and cartwheel. Hands onto the floor. Cartwheel. Do that a few rounds and see if you can stack your hips. Make sure you're looking between your thumbs. And cartwheel. One more time. Look between your thumbs. Lean, lean, lean. Lift the hips and cartwheel. Get your hips as high up as you can. Stick the butt back to align to the point that you're really leasting towards your hands. In that sense, that falling. Now, We're gonna come into standing split, hands onto the floor. And the same thing, get your hips as high up as you can. If you're struggling to get your hips up, you can use blocks or something to step on to give yourself a little bit more lift. Hands onto the floor, lift one leg up. Notice I'm so far away from my hands. I want to be able to stack. If I lean forward, I feel like I have too much space now. I want to walk my hands back. Push tall, look between the hands, push up. Now I can feel the stack. Lean onto the hands, hop with control, and cartwheel to the side if you find yourself falling. As you can see, my hand will follow to catch my fall. I would release the hand where I'm starting to fall. And body will catch you. It will protect you. So remember to trust yourself because you can do so much more. We can only get that balance and come out of that fear when we realize, hey, falling is actually not so bad after all. A lot of people would prefer to bring their, to come out against the wall. They feel safer to come this way. But you're always gonna have to rely against the wall to catch your fall. And that's not teaching us how to fall. So I would highly recommend to face away from the wall or face the wall when you're upside down. And again, let's do it one more time as you bring the hands down towards the floor. You walk your feet up. If you're struggling, then you know what? You'll need to hold yourself here and lean a little bit more forward and push tall and focus on that. Take few breaths, maybe 10 breaths. Maybe time yourself, maybe 1 minute, hold, or 30 seconds. Otherwise, you lift the leg up, you shift your weight onto your hands and your fingers. Push tall, ribs in, and then become light on that foot that's touching the wall. Maybe you can even find a balance. If you're going to fall, turn your foot to the side. It's actually super easy once your brain starts to adapt from it. Do some vision drills, vestibular drills. It can be very helpful for you, but making sure that you are not getting dizzy when you do so. Just teaching your brain to just really feel safe. That's it for now. See you on the next class. I hope you learned a lot from that and really take that fear of falling and trusting your body a little bit more, because yes, you can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. We always think that we are fragile or we're gonna hurt ourselves. But remember when you were a kid, I'm sure you weren't afraid of a lot of things. So, and that's what we do really. It gives us freedom when we learn, find balance and feel good as we move through our practice. So yeah, remember that. You're so much more than you think. See you in the next class.